6.4, making sense of the discriminant. So the discriminant is part of the quadratic formula where it helps you determine how many roots we can have. Don't forget that a root is how many times it touches my x-axis, also called my x-intercepts. Use the quadratic formula to solve each one. So if you use the quadratic formula, don't forget, let's look at the first graph real fast. Like I said, you need an ABC. Don't forget the ABC comes from the standard form ax squared plus bx plus c. For this case, for my first graph, you would have plus 0x since it doesn't exist, plus another 0 since that also doesn't exist. Over here, what's missing is the middle, so you would have a plus 0x in the middle. And also, at the end, a plus 0.6 in the middle as well. Now, even before you start solving, and of course, I want you to be able to solve, we can already visually see how many roots each graph is touching. Right here is 1, right here is 2, and right here is none. Okay, just want you to visually see, but of course right here you would get two answers, x equals something, x equals something. Right here you wouldn't get anything, it would probably give you an error on your calculator. And over here you would just get one answer of x equals something. Okay. What do we notice about the relationship between the roots, the graph, and the results of substituting? We will see something like this. Using our specific part of the quadratic formula, I'm not going to get into a whole bunch of vocabulary, but using that specific part of the vocabulary, depending, if we get b squared, minus 4ac, and it gives me 0, that is one root. If we do b squared minus 4ac, and it gives me a positive number, that means I have two roots. If we have a negative number, that means we have no roots. And you should see it once you're doing your quadratic formula practice. You'll see like, oh shoot, right here under the square root, I got 0. That's not good. Oh, right here, I got a positive number. Boom, gave me 2 roots. Oh, interesting. I got a negative number under my square root. That's going to give me no roots. Definitely observe it on the next page, which I'm about to show you. On this bottom part, this is the first graph. What do we see right here? If we look at what's in the quadratic, there's that 0 that we're just talking about. How many roots or zeros? Just one. Do I have another highlighter? It's a marker. Oh, I think I have this one. Let's see. Terrific. Using this part, positive number looks wonderful. We got 2. My last part, got a negative number in the square root. We have 0. So it's a pattern. Obviously, we are not expecting you all to remember this by heart. Even I don't remember this by heart. But it is good to know, like, hey, if this happens, we should expect this as well. Okay? last part. The talk is on your own, only because you want to be able to demonstrate what's your preference. Do you like to factor? Do you like to complete the square? Do you like to use the quadratic formula? Or do you like graphing? I'm already going to say graphing is the way to go, because you got Desmos and you can play around with the graphs and all that good stuff. But just an example of what exactly this last page is asking you for. I forgot. For specifics on what you're looking for, if I use b squared minus 4ac, that's what's going to tell me how many roots, and then you would solve. A, B, C. Excuse me. Person that goes inside my B is 12. Minus 4. Person that's inside my A is 2. And my C is a negative 2. I'm going to grab my calculator just to make my life easy. 12 to the power of 2 minus 4 to negative 2, sorry. My answer is 160. If you're not sure, we just got a positive number, which means we have 2 roots, 2 answers. So then after that, you would solve using the quadratic formula and show that you know how to find those 2 roots. Definitely practice. Obviously, like I said, this is on your tests. And that's all it. That's what it is. Next lesson, number 7, is the last lesson of the module. We're getting real close to the STAR test. Be on the lookout for maybe a short STAR plan. I can tell you right now, we are about 22 days away. See you until next time.